we tell people that we love them, that we're passionately in love with them, and we stand in front of a preacher and we get married with all the highest hopes in the world, and several years later we're standing in front of a judge and we hate each other. There's something wrong with that kind of love. You can't build a life around it. You can't build a family around it. It is not dependable. It is not God's kind of love. God's kind of love is a love that is not based on emotion. And it doesn't mean there aren't emotions there. It's based on a decision. So here's the difference that agape love makes as the foundation for our marriage. And first of all, agape love is consistent. It is consistent and keeps the trust and goodwill of the relationship strong. Okay, well, let me say this. If you're ruled by your emotions, you're going to have a difficult life. I can just tell you right now, because I can't predict my emotions. Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, so you're asking me, Jimmy, are you going to love Karen tomorrow? If you're asking me that based on my emotions, I'm going to give you one sure response. I don't know. I don't know. Because you know something? I never know what my emotions are going to do. My emotions come and go. Sometimes they're great. Sometimes they're not great. Sometimes they're negative. Sometimes they're positive. I have never in my life been able to predict what my emotions are going to be. But here's what I can predict. I am 100% in control of my will. And I can decide at any time, regardless of my emotions, to treat Karen right and to love her the way that Christ would. So if you're asking me, will I love Karen tomorrow based on a decision, there will never be a day in my life I don't love Karen Evans. I've made my mind up once and for all, and I'll never change it. She is the most beautiful woman in the world. At 105, she'll be the foxiest, most beautiful woman in the world. And the older she gets, the easier she is to catch. So I'm saying, are you going to love your spouse tomorrow? Well, if you're basing that on an emotion, you absolutely don't know. And if I'm asking you if you're in love with your spouse right now and you're basing it on an emotion, who knows? Who knows how you woke up this morning? But I want to ask you this question, and this is a real simple thing, and I want you to listen to what I'm saying. What is the thermostat in your relationship? What is the thermostat of your relationship? And this is a simple analogy. In your home, you have a thermostat. And you have a thermometer. Okay, the thermostat regulates the temperature of your home. The thermometer reflects what the thermostat is doing. Okay, but the thermostat is the regulator. It's the controller. Okay. What is the thermostat in your relationship? Is the thermostat in your marriage emotion or decision? Because here's what's going to happen. What I said here is agape love. What is so phenomenal about agape love is it creates stability and trust in a relationship. When the thermostat of my love for you is a decision, it means I set the temperature high and I leave it there. And when my feelings come and go, I don't change the temperature. I don't change how I'm talking to you. I don't change how I'm treating you. I don't punish you. I don't browbeat you. I don't withdraw. I don't freeze you out. I don't cut you off. I set the temperature high and I leave the temperature high. And what happens to the thermometer is the thermometer stays high. It goes up and down a little bit. Sex is better. Friendship is better. Passion is stronger when decision sets the thermostat of your love, because you build trust. I am a stable individual and I'm not going to love you based on my emotions. Now, when feelings are the thermostat, here's what happens is, oh, I love you. I love you. You're so cute. You're adorable. I'm going to turn that temperature up. You're hot. You're a hottie. Then the next day, you made me mad? Well, let me just show you how cold it can get around here. And I'm going to teach you not to make me mad. And I'm going to yell at you, and I'm going to browbeat you, and I'm going to do all this kind of stuff like that until you make up. So then you make up, well, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Not as hot as it was, because you don't deserve it yet. Well, you just made me mad again. Here we go. Sub-zero. Freeze you out, and that thermostat's just like this. And after a while, you've hurt each other so much. You've reacted, you've verbally abused, you've withdrawn, you've done all these things because your thermostat is an emotion, and it can never be faithful. It can never be dependable. You're up, you're down, you're here, you're there. I don't know what you're going to do tomorrow. So what I've decided to do around you is guard my heart, because I can't trust your mouth. I can't trust your commitments. I can't trust you, because you're not a dependable individual, because you're ruled by your emotions. God so loved the world. I am convinced that God doesn't always like the world. I'm convinced that I've given God a million opportunities to make me into a pile of dust. I've disappointed Him, I've sinned against Him, but He is the most consistent personality. Aren't you glad the universe is under the control of the most consistent personality in the universe? And we go up and down, and we do good and bad, and if God were ruled by emotions, we would all be a pile of dust right now. But that's not our God. God is not ruled by an emotion. He's ruled by a decision. Hebrews 13:5, here's what God says: I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. Day one, when we come into the kingdom of God, day one, God says, I will never leave you or forsake you. Well, wait just a minute. Shouldn't He see how we're going to do? That's not God. God makes His commitment right up front. He chose us, we got saved, and I'll never leave you or forsake you. I'm setting the thermostat on hot, and I'm leaving it there. And as a loving father, I may discipline you, I may do something, but I'll tell you this, everything that I do is going to be done out of love for you. And I'm not going to be this inconsistent personality that is always up or down based on my emotions. Let me say now, this is the way I was. And so I was ruled by my emotions. If Karen made me happy, I was nice to her. If she didn't, I punished her. I was verbally abusive. I was never physically abusive. But I was verbally abusive. I was selfish. I was self-centered. Karen had no trust for me whatsoever. And on the night that I repented to Karen, and I said to her, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry for the way I've treated you. Sorry for the way that I've been. She said to me, your mouth has devastated me. And the hardest thing for me to do is going to be to get over what your mouth has done to me. And I said, I understand. Because when I got angry, when I got upset, when I was feeling insecure, when she didn't do what I wanted her to do, I'd just start in with my mouth. And we had our home was up and down, and what happened was the more up and down it went, the more down it stayed. And our society is ruled by this sexual love, this passion love, this emotion-based love. And what you'll notice is the more you base your love on emotion, the less love you have, and the more inconsistent your relationships are. When you put agape love as the foundation of your marriage, sex is much better because I trust you. You treat me nice when I don't deserve it. You're consistent. You're not moody. You don't punish me and browbeat me. You love me when I don't deserve it. And your friendship is better. The passion is better. The feeling of family is better. Every other kind of love flourishes on the foundation of agape love. When you remove agape love, every other kind of love is too unstable to sustain the relationship. Yeah, you may have great sex for a while, but it's going to come and go. You may have strong emotions, but it's going to come and go. But when agape is there, it's going to come and stay.
Thank you for joining us. Experience the life-changing series, The Indestructible Marriage, on CD or DVD. Become a rock-solid partner today and equip yourself with the tools you need for a successful marriage. $14, $28, or $56 per month. Choose the partnership level that's right for you. Become a rock-solid partner today.